Lesson 1. How to wedge. Unpack the clay, take the wire tool, and cut a slab off the block. Keep in mind that a larger piece will be harder to manage on the potter's wheel. The reason we wedge is to remove the air bubbles, distribute the moisture, and make the clay uniform for throwing. This being pre-wedged clay, prolonged wedging is not necessary. Lesson 2. Wheel wedging and centering the clay. Try to place the clay as close to the center as possible. Engage the wheel, add water, and with the foot pedal, slowly increase the speed. With the heel of one hand, apply pressure to the side, forcing the clay up, and with the other hand, apply pressure to the top, forcing the clay down. Do this several times to improve the stability of the clay. Continue to add water as needed to reduce drag. Continue to apply pressure evenly with both hands from the top and the side to remove as much wobble as possible. Lesson 3. Forming the clay. Be careful not to go too fast. Apply water, and with your thumbs, apply pressure to the center, opening the clay up. By using the sponge on the outside and your fingers on the inside, work a parallel motion to thin the wall of the clay. With the sponge, remove any water from the inside bottom from time to time. By applying pressure and positioning your hand a little lower on the outside than the one on the inside, with an upward motion, you will begin to feel the clay raise itself up. Now that the clay is starting to take shape, take two hands and force the clay inward to close the opening. This will add stability for the final shaping. Consider the final shape. Do another raise and thin the wall as best you can. Remember to remove all excess water. As I'm showing you, you can use the cutoff tool to gauge the thickness of the wall. To achieve a smooth finish and the final shaping, we will use the sponge and the rib tool. Apply gently for favorable results. Any irregularities in the rim can be trimmed with the cutoff tool. Use the sponge to remove all sharp edges that you may have formed. Now, using the shaping tool, we will remove the excess clay off the bottom of the pot, and be careful not to remove too much. To separate the vessel from the bat, you must take the wire tool with a low RPM, run the wire tool between the pot and the bat to cut it loose from the bat. Take the putty knife and remove the bat from the potter's wheel. Add a new bat for the next individual. Making an extruded handle. You can select a template from several options. Use the rubber divider to isolate your selected template. Insert it into the extruder. Tighten the bolts. Add the clay. Press the handle to extrude. In this segment, we will show you how to attach the handles. Once the vessel is dried slightly and the handles dried slightly, you will take a score tool to score the handle. Add some clay slip to the area. Locate it to the pot. Score the marked area. Reattach and slightly agitate for a good connection. Remove the excess and let it dry. For illustration purposes, this is a picture of the Giffen grip, which is used to trim the bottom of the pot. This is a picture of a slab roller, which is used to make tile and flat body